Dogs. Dogs have been a staple of human society for millennia. Ever since we tamed the wolf, humans have bred dogs into hundreds of breeds of different sizes for whatever purpose we need them for. Hunting, working, companionship, guarding, herding, and many more. In modern society, however, dogs are primarily companions. Dogs like this. This is Pippin, my adorable little gremlin. She's a pit bull mix that's about 2 years old and I love her to death. She's the sweetest dog in the world. Don't fact check me. She's a bundle of energy, and if I don't walk her every day, she'll get extremely restless and definitely gets mad at me. This crazy thing isn't the only dog I have, though, as my family also has 3 little old farts. Dixie, our oldest dog. She's a whopping 16 years old, and while she spends most of her time sleeping, she still has outbursts of energy that remind me of the puppy she still is at heart. Rebel. The grumpy 15-year-old who is most definitely senile at this point. He'll wander around the house without a purpose, like he doesn't even know where he is. It makes me laugh, but it also kind of makes me sad to know he's deteriorating. Louie. A bundle of anxiety who always stays attached to someone in the house. He is around 14 years old and is the biggest stinker of all my dogs. He riles up Pippin all the time even though he can never keep up with her when she tries to play. But he does it anyway because he's just like that. These old dogs have been in my life for, well, as long as I can remember. They're my siblings and I can't imagine life without them. They are literally my family and have pretty much grown up with me. They have individual personalities just like humans and are my constant companions. The science and history of dogs are interesting, but I can never articulate it as accurately as my friend Drew, who's planning on going to vet school.
Through domestication, the only animal that's really changed its behavior to become a part, to integrate itself in human society, is the dog. They make eye contact with humans. They communicate with humans. Normal canines do. Normal domesticated dogs. They communicate with humans in a way that kind of replicates an infant child. And they kind of hijack the human's brain into feeling like that dog is their infant child.
While my dogs now may be my world, they were once a bigger group. 2 of my dogs, Bernie and Sherman, passed away in 2020. Bernie was a big lug. He was a basset hound mix with the funniest looking build, with short legs and a stocky body with a big head. My family adopted him in 2013 from the shelter after we fell in love with him. His personality was like a stubborn toddler who didn't want to do anything you said and just wanted to run around slightly uncoordinated. Sherman was the sweetest yet shyest dog ever. He would lay right up next to you and lick you to death, never growled, and always listened. He was a little Cavalier King Charles Cocker Spaniel mix. Bernie, in 2020, suddenly started to feel bad. Before I knew it, Bernie had a cancer diagnosis and we had to put him down. It's still one of the hardest things I've had to do. Drew actually shed some light on dog cancer for me too.
A quarter of all dogs die of cancer, and half of all dogs that are 10 years or older will be diagnosed with cancer.
So I guess I'm not alone in this. Sherman had to be put down too, except he had a chronic heart condition that gave my family some time to actually come to terms with his eventual passing. However, that didn't really make it any easier. We ended up having them cremated. The young 75-pound lug nut that was Bernie was reduced to about 12 pounds of ashes. Now all that remains of them are their ashes and their paw prints baked in the clay. Dogs are amazing creatures. They are staples of almost every society in the world and they integrate themselves into them. They are one of the only creatures I can think of that will always be happy to see you no matter what. Always be there to love you.
The best part to me personally is that no matter what you do, no matter how you mess up, if you're gone and you open the door, your dog's going to be there waiting for you.
Sometimes I look at Pippin and wonder what's going on inside her little dog brain. But I don't think it really matters. Whatever she's thinking, I'll still love her and she'll still love me all the same.
You have a dog, right?
Yep.
Tell me about your dog.
She's a Cavachon. It's a mix between a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel and a Bichon Frise. She's pretty old now. She's going to be 13 this summer. She's great. She was supposed to be much smaller than she was, but then she bulked up a lot bigger than we thought when she was a puppy. She chills out on the couch a lot, hangs out. She's perfect.
Dogs may not be here for our whole lives, but for them, we are their whole lives. And they show that, as there is a reason why they are called man's best friend.